Make her young.
And we back on with IndustreetsTV.
Don Tolliver, you know? So it showed me that it worked, and it showed me that.
We have a special guest in the house who we need to hear from with Hot on the Block. Thank you so much for being here. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh, thank you so much. My name is ByxBreezy. What I guess you could say I'm curator of Houstock movement. We were a collective before, but it's a movement now. It's like a series of shows, but I haven't really been throwing shows much lately.
Okay, so a little bit more of who you are, because you are a Jill of all trades, wearing many hats and having many talents. You are a concert curator, a creator of Houstock,
Right.
manager of Peso Peso,
Right.
female boss, of course.
Right.
And you have worked with many artists. Just to name a few: Billy Black, Don Tolliver, Blueface, NLE Chopper, Tissa Kareem. And I'm not going to tell everybody all of them right away. But so you do many things. You label yourself in your bio as a female boss. What qualities do you possess that would label you as a female boss?
Ooh. Well, because I mean, you know, like one thing about women, we don't really get noticed. And I feel like I've created a platform that got noticed. And I also manage an artist who's noticed. And it took a boss like myself, female boss, to do it. And unfortunately, you know, like I'm not going to say everyone's not a female boss. They just don't get spotlighted as it. And I feel like I had to claim it. I had to like just really claim everything that I've gotten. And I'm claiming a female boss. You know what I'm saying? To try to inspire other female women as well to feel like a female boss.
And you definitely are doing that, because this whole process that you went in, many don't know that we can be in this step. And I feel like before you even got to where you were, not doubting your success, but
right.
Did you know you were going to be here prior to?
No, I didn't. It honestly, like, people would ask me like early on, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I would just be like, I'm just doing something I believe in. You know, I didn't really think about it that deep. You get what I'm saying? I just thought about the current moment and what I needed to do in that moment. So I didn't really get to think about that, but people kept asking me that. I'm like, what? Do they see something in me that I don't see? Like, this is weird. So then I had to start like thinking about that and giving a real answer, because I was like, dang, do I not take what I'm doing serious? Because I don't even have a 5-year goal. But I took it serious. I loved it, but I just was so in the moment. You know what I mean? I didn't really see it being this big.
So you feel like a lot of people seen your vision before you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's like I knew the vision. I guess it's so weird. Like I knew what I wanted to do. I knew the vision. I just didn't think I was that big. It's like people really started seeing something in me before, I guess, yeah. But I knew what I wanted to do.
Okay, you had an idea. I guess that goes back to belief in ourselves.
Right, believing. You got to believe in yourself. Like, you have to. If not, it's not going to work.
Okay. So why did you move to Houston?
Well, it's not nothing really in Detroit. Like, I was getting in, I don't even want to say in trouble. Like, I wasn't bad. Like, but I had a temper. Like, and it was, like, really easily poked at. And you could easily get me out of my comfortable zone. Like, I'll go off. And I just started seeing like I was going to get in trouble or end up being possibly dead behind it, you know. And I was just involving myself around the wrong people. And I just saw it taking a left instead of like a right. And I just needed a change. I just needed more for myself. I knew it wasn't much out there that I could accomplish, you know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't much opportunity. So Houston was one of those spots where I saw the economy rising, and I was like, it was between Houston and Arizona, which I'm super happy I did not go to Arizona, because I went to go visit and it's boring, but it's cool. You feel me? Like, it's just boring. Like, to visit is cool, but like to do what I'm doing out here, I don't think I would have been able to do that. I don't know. Like, I don't know, but it's not the same. So yeah, I'm glad I chose Houston.
Do you feel like Houston is pretty saturated? Like, is it easily accessible for you to connect with people here?
It is.
Detroit?
Oh, well. Versus Detroit. I mean, Yeah, people in Detroit ain't nice. Look, people in Detroit, you know, we've been through things and we're not like as approachable. I feel like here people are very approachable. The difference is that people are straight up and real in Detroit. People aren't straight up and real in Houston. You run into a lot of unnecessary fake people and a lot of, you know, I don't know. You get that everywhere, but it's a difference between Detroit and here, and I definitely noticed that. But it's they come off more nicer, you know. They give you a chance, but you don't know what their intentions are.
Okay, I can get that. I can see that. So, like I said, I tapped in with your interview with Backstreet Co. You
Okay.
talked a bit about your transition of your life, and so it wasn't always good at first. You weren't always in the career that you wanted to be in, or always had the good job that you wanted. So,
Well, nah. I mean, it wasn't bad. You know, I've done really cool things that people probably would never know. Like, I was general manager of a radio station. In high school, I ran it the whole time I was on air. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was cool. I then was in a girl group, just two, with my best friend, and we traveled, we performed, we went all over. But we would, like, register people to vote. In exchange, they'll, like, give us a platform to perform and pay for our travel and stuff. And I got linked up with that through this guy, I forget his name, Buck or something like that. But he had like a collective of different people, you know what I'm saying? And we all worked together and we did that, got people to sign up to vote in exchange to perform. So I've always been in music, like, you know what I'm saying? I know how to record, I know how to engineer, I know how to do a lot, but it took a turn when I moved here, like the direction of it, you know?
let's talk about it. Tell me more about that.
I mean, I came out here thinking I was going to be a songwriter, you know what I mean? Like, I was seriously into writing music and producing music and creating that sound. I got out here and worked with some good people, but I had to pay bills. So I was waitressing. And then I think I just lost the love of it for a second because I was going through, like, things personally and just with my love life. And it was just, I wasn't as interested as writing anymore. I lost it. And then I got the love of, like, finding talent, like going to these. I went to a couple of shows and they were kind of like, people were there, but people weren't interacting. And they were cool with it. So I was like, what? They cool with people not interacting? They cool with people sitting down? Like, that's
Weird.
Yeah. So it made me more intrigued, and I started paying attention to the underground. And I booked my first show with Dice Soho and a couple other artists that was coming up. And it did really good. Like, it was like $5 to get in, $5 pre-sales, 10 at the door. Nobody sold tickets. They brought out like 150, 200 people at a little firehouse. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know? And I just kept doing it because I saw something from it and I was just liked helping. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't making no money. I was putting up the money out of my own waitress money. You know what I'm saying? To, like, let people see, like, what they possibly can do.
So within these shows, not only were you just booking shows and helping people, but you were actively engaged with the community.
Right.
I seen that you actually did a Harvey a show in response to Harvey helping rebuild the city. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I did 3 of those shows. I did 3 free shows, and I had people on those shows. Don Tolliver did every show of those. He performed. This is before, of course, he got big. And you had to just bring in some type of clothes, you know, paper towels, whatever, anything that you had to give back to the community. And I did that, and we had a big load of 2 vans.
That's cool. So do you have a number about how many people you reached in that event?
Like, bringing people out or, like, helped with, like...
Help the people who...
Man, I don't know. It was 2 big old U-Hauls full of clothes. And then it was to the point, like, we were even riding around and, like, they were turning people down. They were getting too much stuff. Like, so I could probably say at least 500.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's cool. And you said you had 3 of those.
3 free events. Shout out to Warehouse Live. They sponsored a venue, White Swan, I believe, and I forget the other one.
Okay, that's cool. I'm glad that you were able to think past just a show and the everyday things you did.
Right.
But you were able to find a problem and make a solution.
Right, because it has to like connect with me. Like I feel like a lot of people, I don't want to say this, but sometimes it's forced. Like I don't like to force anything. I like it to genuinely feel like, okay, I need to do something rather than, oh, it's Christmas, let me get, like I just felt like it was really a hard thing to see and be a part of, and I just wanted to give back,
I'm glad that you did that. We need more people like you.
Thanks.